Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense.
Chance to be the hero and earn that look in your daughter's eyes. When he came back, everything changed.
You've made me an Avenger, but the hell is your league, Ant-Man?
Hello, Taiwan. How are you? Greetings. I'm Peyton Reed, director of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. We started formulating the story, I think, as far back as late 2018, when we were talking about what the next story would be. And we knew we wanted to deal with the quantum realm more because Hank and Hope and Scott had rescued Janet Van Dyne from 30 years in the quantum realm. So the crucial elements we wanted to do were take the audience down to the quantum realm and answer some questions about Janet Van Dyne's past, but also to introduce this major villain in Phase 5 of the MCU, Kang the Conqueror, played by Jonathan Majors. Kang was a character who in the Marvel Comics world was a very powerful villain, one of the top villains in the whole history of Marvel Comics. So I was thrilled to be able to bring Kang into this movie. And I love the idea. The Ant-Man movies, have been pretty light in tone. They're there's a huge comedic component to it.
I used to ask myself a lot of questions. Scott, you're at ex-con. How are you an Avenger? That doesn't make sense. But everywhere I go, people tell me the same thing.
Thank you, Spider-Man!
When we did the rewrites on the first Ant-Man movie with Paul Rudd and Adam McKay, we added this concept at the end of in the third act of the first Ant-Man movie, where Scott has to defeat the villain in that movie, Yellow Jacket, he has to sort of penetrate his suit and go subatomic, and he briefly enters the quantum realm, but manages to get out. And in the second movie, we send Hank Pym down there to rescue his wife. So we had sort of planted the seeds for the quantum realm, and I think in the back of our minds, we felt like if we get to do more Ant-Man movies, it'd be great to go down there and do all of this creating of this incredible civilization, which in the comic books was called the Microverse. So it was my personal feeling. I really wanted to do that. And I got to do that in a big way in this movie.
Playing Kang the Conqueror is such a gift. Your reality. Everything you're holding on to, I know how it ends. This is the beginning, and he cannot be contained.
And Taiwan has a reputation about making advanced semiconductor as well as a microprocessor.
Yes.
Also related to quantum science, quantum mechanics. Did you talk to any scientific expert, probably in TSMC, in order to make your story accurate?
Yes, from the beginning of the first Ant-Man, we had quantum consultants, people from JPL and Spiros has been our big quantum consultant. So we talked about everything about, like, if you were able to go subatomic, what would it do to you psychologically? What would it in theory be like down there? And of course now, when we started the first Ant-Man, very few people were talking about quantum computing, and now quantum computing is really the next big, thing on the horizon, technologically speaking. So that was thrilling for us, because in the first Ant-Man 2, we had to, in the comics, it's called the Microverse. We had to come up with a new name for rights reasons. We had to come up with a new name for it, and we landed on the quantum realm. So it's really nice all these years later to really hear the word quantum in use in the real world and see that it, technologically speaking, is really the next big frontier.
People still need help, Dad. That's why we made this. It's like a satellite for deep space, but quantum.
Wait a minute. You're sending a signal down to the quantum realm. Turn it off. Now!